Come on in if you about that life. I'm talking about that entrepreneurship, business life, real talk, real life every single day. Look, we want to talk mindset, business mindset. I want to title this video. I just titled it Business Life because Biz Life because I got to go in and redo the title. But technically, this video is called "Do What You Got to Do to Make It Happen, to make your dreams, your goals, and everything come true." Y'all come on in. Let me clean the screen. A little blurry. Come on in the room with me. Let's talk business life mindset. Okay? Because a lot of times, people, when you talk business, people think you're supposed to be done already been successful with your profits. You already, got it going on. You on the beach and blah, blah, blah. But no, that's not what it's all about. Sometimes it's just about that mindset. And that's what I like to do. I like to coach and teach and talk about the mindset. Okay? All right. So y'all come on in. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. My phone looks so blurry. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Am I right? Listen, if y'all come on after this airs, go ahead, push the like button, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Look, this bothering me. My phone too blurry. Okay, so just wanted to encourage you to do what you got to do. Some days is not going to be good days. Some days is not going to be, you're not going to feel it. Some days you're not going to be ready to jump into it. Whatever you do for business, some days you don't want to sell it. Some days you just want to quit, to be honest. All right, so I just encourage everybody to do what it is that you feel like you have to do. Okay. Now, there's something in business called when we are doing business, especially when we are first starting out, startup business, we tend to think that we need a whole lot of money. There's some myths, there's some mindset traps that try to trap us to make us think we need a team, we need a whole lot of money. We want to be comfortable. We don't want to start and then have to, finish. And I understand that. But one thing entrepreneurs have to do is take risk. When we take risk, we have to take big risk. The bigger your risk, sometimes the better your payout. Because I know what they teach us in college. I know what they teach us in school. And I do not have a business degree, but I do have some certificates, some certifications in different things. And I know they teach you to be sensible, to be wise, to be prudent, to be all of these things. But sometimes you just have to jump out there and do the do. Jump out there. And y'all want me to show you how to jump? I'll stand up and show you how to jump. Sometimes you have to take a leap and take a risk. I hate to use playing the lottery for an example, but I'm going to use playing the lottery. I don't play the lottery. Now, sometimes I get the urge, right? I might buy a ticket or two, but not really, right? Because I don't believe that we should trust in things like that. I believe that we should put our trust in God. But I'm just using this for an example. If you play the lottery, the bigger you play, the bigger your win, right? Now, sometimes when you get the big mega millions and stuff like that, the smaller your chance to win. But just in case you hit it, the bigger your win. So the reason why I said that to talk about business and startup business, the more you risk, the bigger you risk, the better the payout. So when I talk about risk, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about risking, your creativity. Sometimes we don't want to show our creativity. Sometimes we may be embarrassed about what it is we like to do or what it is we're talented to do. Let me tell you this little story. I was in Was it high school? Yes, it was high school. And so in high school, I remember having my eye on this one young man. And he hurt my feelings so bad because me and him, we was, we was looking at each other, right? And so one day he came to me and he was like, "You ain't nothing but a comedian." And he bust out laughing. I was like, "Oh my God," my feelings were so hurt. And then the way he said it was like, "You cool, man, you so cool." But it wasn't the romantic cool. So I was like, I can't be no comedian and still be romantic cool. And so it just hurt my little feelings. And so I remember, just, not being wanting to, think that what I am and my talents and my gifts could be, what you call it, what's that word? My talents and my gift be beneficial, right, for my life. But everything that you do, that God has put on the inside of you, you do it big. You do it big. You go for it. Don't worry about that because whoever's for you and whoever God got that need to be with you and on your team, they ain't going nowhere. The real ride or dies ain't going nowhere. All right? So you have to take risk in your startup, new entrepreneurship business. Sometimes it has to be done on faith. I remember I opened up a business. I guess you can say it was by faith, but I succeeded. The doors got open. I got my license. I was up and running. I was ready. But my mindset began to think of all the things that can go wrong. Oh my God, what if I ain't got enough money to pay for the lights to stay on in the commercial business? Oh my Lord, what if one of my customers hear that I, had the lights out for a day? Or, it was just all kind of stuff just running through your mind. Then you got personal life that's going to bleed over into your entrepreneurship. And I had a good friend that had a heart attack and passed away. So now my mind was all boggled down with that. And oh my goodness, what if, oh my Lord, what if that happened to me? Or blah, 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 blah. Right? And I shouldn't have even been worried about those things. So I said, well, you know what? It's not a good time right now to do this business. Let me sell this business to someone else who may can do it. And that was the biggest, worst mistake ever in my business career. Entrepreneurship takes a strong mind. Entrepreneurship takes a willing heart. Entrepreneurship takes tenacity, hard work, getting it out the mud. Let me tell you something about hard work. One thing about hard work, I was thinking the other day because I worked, I put that work in. I was like, this too hard. It's not supposed to be like this. I was saying to myself, you supposed to work smarter, not harder. But I have to encourage myself sometimes and pat my own self on the back because sometimes you just gonna have to work hard. Yes, you will get there where you, hold on, I gotta clean my screen. You will get there where you work hard, where you work smart and don't have to work so hard. But let me tell you something. There comes a time in your startup, new entrepreneurship, ideas, and business, you gonna just have to work hard. Period. Hard. Okay? You got to put the work in because most millionaires and most entrepreneurs, that's probably not the side that you see if you don't follow them from rags to riches. You see the side where everything is glorious. But there's a rags to riches story in you. Oh, I'm getting ready to prophesy. Whoever on this live right now, come on, y'all say something in the chat. Who I got with me? Y'all ain't trolling, is you? Please, okay, I got 2 likes. Yeah. All right, y'all push the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can get all my new uploads. And every single day we're going to do this because we need to be motivated to push to that next level and start up new business. I done lost my train of thought. Oh, I was going to prophesy. I prophesy everybody listening, and if it ain't for you, then you clicked out. But everybody who come on after this airs, if they're listening, I prophesy that you are getting ready to big and mighty things. You are getting ready to start businesses that's down in your deep in your sanctified soul. You are getting ready to hear from the Lord the wisdom that you need to raise the money that you need, to get the resources that you need, to save what you need to save, to get the grant that you need. Look, I'm prophesying. I'm not prophesying. I'm speaking into my own life. I'm speaking into my own business that you will and I will be able to bring into fruition and manifestation the things of God on the earth. God need more people. God need more politicians. God need more bankers. God need more police officers. God needs somebody in every area out here. God need more restaurant owners, more beauty salons. Whatever you do, God need it. God needs your school to start. God needed. And so I prophesy that every hindering spirit, everything that's not like God, that's hindering you from starting your business, that's hindering you from opening up your business, that's hindering you from getting your license, your certification, your education, starting your ministry, I speak. We close it up. We close it out. I speak. I don't even know how to say it. But I speak death to it. And I speak that it will no longer hinder you. I speak that it will no longer hinder me. But we shall, hey y'all, say something in the chat if you're watching. And go ahead, push the like button. Make sure you're a subscriber. Subscribe to my channel, Real Talk, Real Life, every single day. We cannot go a day when we skip days or we skip weeks. It's just like church. It's just like ministry. When you go too long without reading the Bible, quoting the Bible, talking to God, then other things begin to creep in your mindset, because the Bible says that the mind is, oh my God, I almost said the mind is a terrible thing to waste. But the Bible say that too in so many ways. But what I wanted to say was that the mind is the devil's workshop, an idle mind. An idle mind if you're not doing nothing. So that's why every day I try to stay busy. Every day I try to come on. Every day I try to encourage you. Every single day I talk real life business, ambitions, goals, business planning, getting it out of the mud, hard work, pushing until you get to that next level in your life. Listen, I am so elated to be. Some days you're going to be just motivated. It just depends on what you do. If you have a public speaking business, a talking business, a content creation business, whatever it is you do, some days you're going to just jump up with all the energy. You're going to be happy and glad to do it. But some days you're not going to feel it. You're going to want to sit back and don't do nothing, and that's okay. And then you have to have a balanced and work-life balance. If y'all don't follow me on Facebook, go over on my Facebook page. I post all the time over there. Follow me over on Facebook. But I just want to say that I am excited at what God is doing. I want to be more strategic in my YouTube long form videos so that I can begin to coach right on through to this next level that God have us going. If you on Facebook, please go over. I'm doing a new podcast starting on November the 1st, Reality Singles. Single women, single men, single everybody. Okay, Reality Singles. I'm doing a new podcast. Why do y'all better watch out? Hold on, let me see what's going on. I ain't gonna. All right, anywho, Reality Singles, a new podcast, and actually, I ain't gonna let it out the bag, but got some exciting things going on with that. So make sure you friend me on Facebook, or no, follow me. I can't really accept friendships on Facebook, but follow me on Facebook. My name, Monica Fleming, and you will be a part of this next level and season in my coaching life. Okay. All right. Hey, who's watching? Who's watching? Did you push like yet? What's up? Say something in the chat. Do I have to start something in the chat? Let me say something in the chat. How do I send my own self a message? A 49-second short was uploaded to your channel. I don't know. I don't know. All right. But I'm going to end this live. If somebody don't say something in the chat, I'm going to end this live but I do want to engage more in my live videos. I want to talk business. I want to see what the entrepreneurs, the new startup mindset thinkers are going through. What are you thinking? How are you doing it? What's going on? What's going on? Let's talk business. I like to say, can we talk for a minute? hmm To know your name and the name of your business. Look, y'all. Look, I'm on Granny duties today, and so I'm pushing through. I'm doing what it is I gotta do, and that's what I want to encourage you to do. Do what you gotta do. I love y'all. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.